from your 20 years experience, when did you decide to build the company up?
I guess just a few years ago. I mean, we started and we about lost everything we had in '08 with the
real estate market.
Yeah, everything crashed, and I took this truck here. We had another one, and I ended up getting this truck. I was like, I'm gonna go make something.
Within what would we say, 2-3 years, you
built
up
right
to?
Now, we was at two trucks 7 years ago.
7 years ago, you were at 2 trucks, and then you built up to 20, and now you're sitting around 15. And then I'm sure if you could get good drivers,
I would probably add more on right now. And that does, as a business owner, it takes turns. You got to look, because I've been there. I've been to the point of where the highs are, and I've been to the lows. I mean, I've left out when the lows was when I left in this truck, and knowing I had $10 to buy my lunch, and had whether put it in a fuel tank or put it in your mouth. I mean, that's decisions I've had to make over it. And hey, you see a place, pull over. If they doing what you're doing, whether it's pulling reefers or whatever, and you see a place, pull over and talk to them. Give them a card. I got one of my biggest contacts. I didn't even have business cards. I had Post-it notes. I mean, it was at that point that, I was wondering, what am I going to do here? Well, the biggest thing you can have by far at any job, not just trucking, not just anything. Now, as a business owner, I see the biggest thing kids like and people's doing it is work ethic. Everybody wants a job, they want to check, but they don't want to put that extra step. I guess the biggest deal is, if you're working for another man, you can only get the opportunities he's willing to put on the table. When you're working for yourself, opportunities, that line's way out there to work. You can keep chasing that line. And I guess that's where I've been. I've been chasing that next step. Where's my next step? Where do I want to be?
What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show, man. I'm out here right now at the Semi Crazy Truck Show, and we're looking at some family business right now. Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Rusty Moss with Mag Enterprises out of Blacksburg, South Carolina.
Hey, I appreciate you for doing this interview, first of all.
All right, no problem.
I see MAG. What's that stand for, brother?
Well, the A didn't make it with us today, but this is the G, and this is M. This is Garrett Moss, and this is Mason Moss here, the youngest. The business that stands for my 3 boys, and my son Aiden. That he's the older one. So
we're calling you out right now.
Yeah,
you should have came, son.
Yeah. So he didn't make it with us this weekend, and it started with my 3 boys and my dad. Me and him still run it to this day together. We've been in business right at about 7 years now, but me and him's worked together for over 20 now. So.
Wow, over 20 years experience yourself.
Yes.
Man, that's great, man.
I've had my license since I was 18. So
18 years old.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing,
I've been fooling with trucks and farm equipment ever since I was old enough to walk.
So legally been driving trucks since 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that, I see this beautiful rig behind you. Can you tell us a little bit about
Sure. This rig used to be a stand-up truck, stand-up sleeper, I guess say Unibuilt. You can still see it's still got the Unibuilt cab on it. We done the Talladega fiberglass conversion top and stretched it out. It used to be 265.
Yeah, walk us around your build.
You see, we put a little bit of custom interior to match. Sound system by Memphis, lead audio installed, aluminum floor installed by Davis out of Greenville, South Carolina. Truck was originally built in Georgia. I had it done by Brent Mitchell down in Georgia. But I've drove this truck right now for 14 years myself. And
it looks like this?
Yeah, it's a 20-year-old truck, 99 motor, 2000 truck.
So this ain't a show truck, this is a work truck.
Oh yeah, it works every day.
It works every day, wow.
It hadn't been drove. But yeah, we just converted the cab. That was the original stand-up sleeper. put the conversion top on, stretched it out to 30, right at 305 wheelbase. Added a few custom panels, a little bit of stainless, wrapped the tanks, and tried to match the end caps to the door on the truck there, you know, kind of give a little extra flair. Just kind of been a build in the making. I mean, kind of Johnny cashed it a little bit as I had money along, and when I finally saved up my money, went and got a bunch of parts, tool chrome, and started piecing it together. So.
No, I love it, brother. And what kind of engine we got?
Cat C15.
Oh, I love it. Hey, that's a great motor. That's a great motor.
It's one of the last few.
Last few, right?
ELD exempt, I guess. So
that's what everybody's looking for, right?
Yeah, still on paper.
Well, you know, I appreciate you for that.
Shut that off so we can cut the doors for we can.
Yeah,
music.
Yeah. You know, we're talking outside. You know, 20 plus years experience. Started at 18 years old.
Yeah.
You know, you're the guy to talk to, man. There's a lot of truck drivers out here. There's a lot of people that are going to be the first generation, and sometimes they might not know how to move. You know what I mean? And so with this industry, people are calling it a dying industry, as far as our community goes. You know, what's your thoughts about that in general?
Well, the biggest thing you can have by far at any job, not just trucking, not just anything. Now, as a business owner, I see the biggest thing kids like and people's doing it is work ethic. Everybody wants a job, they want to check, but they don't want to put that extra step, that extra thing to just driving a truck. You producing a product. If you are the same guy that shows up, hat, shirt, tail undone, look like he just rolled out of bed, you're going to get judged by that. Make sure you're well dressed, and that proceeds to give that customer an attitude back to you exactly how the first appearance is always the best appearances. You know, your truck being clean, you're being presentable, and your work ethic will get you more business than anything. You've got to be different than anybody else. You've got to have an edge. You got to have a product to sell. That's the best I can.
I love it. No, I love it. You know, that's straight to the point. You know, a lot of people are looking. There's so many parts of the industry they don't know. You know, I myself, I'm a bed bugger, generational, so they know that. But I don't recommend that for all people, because that's a different type of blood that you need to want to lump furniture and, you know, fill up that wagon. Oh, what type of trucking you doing, brother?
We do a lot of machinery moves. I stayed I got a farming background. We move anything from farm machinery to yellow iron, dead equipment, live equipment. I mean, we've had to go out into cutovers and drag dead machines out that nobody else gets. I mean, it's I usually just they look at me as like a problem solver. Sometimes people's like, hey, I sent 4 or 5 drivers in to get this, can you go get it? You know, and yeah, we'll figure it out. So you gotta, a lot of what we do, you gotta think on your feet, get packages moved. I mean, we might get a call, move a package of 40, 50 machines at a certain deadline. We do a lot of wood products. We all got live bottom trucks. We move tub ground mulch, contract to a paper mill. I even container machinery, ship it overseas.
You do everything, brother.
Yeah, mechanic work.
Man, it's crazy. You know, could we classify this as heavy haul?
Sure. I've got, including this truck and 2 other ones, we've got just a fleet, heavy haul fleet. Then we've got a fleet of roofers.
How many trucks you got, brother?
I'm juggling right now anywhere from I've had as many 20 on the books, but I'm juggling most of the time on average about 15 trucks a day.
So 15 trucks a day.
Yeah.
And is this all contract, or are these all your trucks?
All but 3 is mine.
All but 3. So, wow. So from your 20 years experience, when did you decide to build the company up?
I guess just a few years ago. I mean, we started and we about lost everything we had in 2008 with the
real estate market.
Yeah, everything crashed, and I took this truck here. We had another one, and I ended up getting this truck. I was like, I'm gonna go make something. I said, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back juggled some equipment, met a few overseas contacts. One guy helped me out, opened the door, and I run with it. I stuck my foot in it and started meeting this person talked to this person, and it was not a whole lot of, it was all just word of mouth networking.
That's crazy.
And then next thing I know, I'm in with Yoder and Fry, Ritchie Brothers, and then I've known some people in the background because my dad was an auctioneer, and just started back hitting people up, and he's like, "Yeah, you're at it, go."
So,
go with it. So
within what would we say 2-3 years, you
well,
built up
right
to
now. We was at two trucks 7 years ago.
7 years ago, you were at 2 trucks, and then you built up to 20, and now you're sitting around 15. And then I'm sure if you could get good drivers,
I would probably add more on right now. But yeah, just economy was kind of unsure. Everybody knows how everybody's unsure about elections and all that. And that does, as a business owner, it takes turns. You got to look, because I've been there. I've been to the point of where the highs are, and I've been to the lows. I mean, I've left out when the lows was when I left in this truck, and knowing I had $10 to buy my lunch, and had whether I put it in a fuel tank or put it in your mouth. I mean, that's decisions I've had to make over it, and then it's.
So it's not all money, because people, you hear it. Oh, heavy haulers, they make hundreds and thousands of dollars every day, every time. They're super truckers. They're this, they're that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've hauled freight, with escorts and all that, and it pays, all they see at the bottom line. Oh, he's getting paid $12,000 to move that load. They don't look. I had to pay my $1,000 of permits, $4,000 to escorts. I mean, it's a lot of expense. The more you haul, the more expense you got. We got to have more insurance. I got to have $500,000 to $1 million worth of coverage on some of the machines we haul, because you may be hauling $1.5 million, $2 million on your back. I mean, it's crazy what everything costs. So.
No, it's crazy. So for people that are thinking that you're just gonna be a steering wheel holder when you get out here, you're more than that. You got to wear different hats at different times.
Oh yeah, you gotta. If you're gonna be running your own thing, you got to be part mechanic. You got to have a business head on you. You got to watch your spending, because you can get out here and, oh man, just like we're looking right here at the Chrome trailer right there. Oh, it's nice to go over and spend a few $100s of toys, and then oh man, where'd my fuel money go? And just you just got to watch what you're doing, because a lot of people gets that big money when they first get in the truck, and oh man, I look at my first check. Put it back. Don't just go splurging. You got to put your nest egg back. So
that's great advice, brother. For people that are company drivers, thinking to make the move to become owner operators, you are the right guy to talk to right now. We talked in this interview about how you word of mouth got contacts with direct customers, because I always tell people, you want to make money in trucking, you have to have direct customers.
Well,
nothing wrong with brokers and stuff, but too many middle men and women, you ain't gonna make money. So for the person that's trying to come out now, they're a company driver, they got 3 to 5, 6 years experience, they're ready to go on their own. What steps would you take if you were back there?
Not saying, just, you can't, there's, laws, if you got, broker and you try to get a load and then you try to get them on there. Hey, you see a place, pull over. If they doing what you're doing, whether it's pulling reefers or whatever, and you see a place, pull over and talk to them. Give them a card. I got one of my biggest contacts. I didn't even have business cards. I had Post-it notes. I mean, it was at that point that, I was wondering, what am I going to do here? I said, I can't really go out and splurge for business cards and all that. And I wrote it on a Post-it note, handed it to the guy. I said, man, if you got anything, let me know. I said, just, let me have your chance. Just give me a chance. And he gave me that chance, and I showed him tenfold what I was capable of. And that's the best thing I'd say. Stop in, talk to these people, get that chance. If you don't give them some way to get in touch with you, you're not gonna have that chance. But like I said, first impression is always your key thing. And it's just like a job interview, when you hand somebody a business card, your phone number, whatever, show them what you can do. Once they give you that chance, you better show them what you can do, because if you mess up, that's the way they're gonna remember you. Oh, this guy messed up, or if you mess up, make it right. Always. I mean, don't ever get the reputation, leave a bad taste with anybody, because you're going to cross that bridge again eventually.
Yeah,
in the
I
trucking
agree.
business, because as big as this world is,
We're small.
it's very small.
We're very small out here,
Especially
people.
with social media.
We're very small.
News travel fast. So, yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Now, not on the business side, but the name of your company alone, I could tell you're a family man. Why are you working so hard?
I mainly provide for my kids. Heck, I'm hoping if this thing's still going good, if one of them want it, they can pick up the ball and run with it. I'm not going to force them into the trucking industry. I mean, I got one that's very interested in it. He can't wait to, be able to move it around, but he's looking at going in the military, and I'm going to support him tenfold, It was just, I got into it with my dad working on trucks, working on the farm, and loved it. And it was just, I actually went to school, went to college to teach school. And here I am running a trucking company. So, I don't know. I just didn't see myself being stuck indoors. And I was just like, I can't stand it. I got to find my niche. And I just stayed working through college, stayed working through high school, college, whatever. Worked as a firefighter and paid fireman for a few years.
Really?
Driving the truck on the day off, running the business. And, yeah, it was just, here it was. I decided to step on out and commit, go tenfold with it, and here we are.
I love that. I love that. Talking to you off camera, I could tell you're a really humble dude. Like, most guys that get to your level, they're not that humble no more. What keeps you so humble, brother?
I've been there. You don't forget where you come from. I was raised always to never forget where you come from. No matter how high you are, or how low you are, never forget where you come from, because you may be back there sooner than later. So, yeah, it's not that. World's not like that. World will humble you. Trust me. Get there, you'll be back. So, I hope we don't go back, but we're gonna work hard not to.
From our conversation that we had, 100% wishing you the best, brother.
All right.
I talk to a lot of people. You're a really humble guy, and you're very generous with your information. I really appreciate you for that, brother.
And I'd like to give a shout out. We do a convoy. We've changed our dates a little bit in South Carolina, June, and Columbia, South Carolina, which is the capital of South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I gave my card, I think, to Timothy, right?
Yep, I'm on the board with Timothy and Tim Cooley and Mike Steele. We do Special Olympics. Usually have around, I think we've 150 trucks last time. A lot of our people that's in it, like Kenny Wilson, we change these cards up every year, and we have a drawing. COVID's kind of kicked us in the butt the last few years, but like I say, we're gonna have it this year. They're gonna let us have it. The state's dropping enough to have, and we just mix these cards up with some of the people that's been there. Walmart's a big sponsor of us, and
put the card up so people can see it.
And all of our numbers, my numbers here, you can call any of the numbers.
Okay, and then the date for it again?
This year is August. They've changed our date so bad. Let's see, August 28th.
August 28th.
We used to have it in September, so
there it is.
We're going to have big fans, all that, so you're not going to be smothering this year. So
I heard that.
Come on out. It's usually we do just a donation per truck, $100 donation a truck. Special Olympics, and I can say by being a member of this, I donate. I used to donate all the food and everything through my company, and every red cent goes to where it needs to go with this. I mean, you can give, and honestly, every red cent goes where it needs to go. And
I really appreciate. I'm gonna try and make it out, so I can on my part, if I can help push it, and get other truckers out there.
Yeah, we it's a lot of you'll meet a lot of unique people. You won't regret it, and we try to keep an atmosphere that's family oriented. We got bouncy house. We try to keep bouncy houses and everything. We've got people that even come just to watch it and hang out. You know,
as soon as you said bouncy house, I'm already there.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
We'll put you in the Duncan booth. How about that?
Yeah. No, you know, and I appreciate that shout out. Any shout outs to anyone that you know, the people that help you get to where you are now, brother?
Mainly my family. Just my customers. I mean, they're more than customers. They're friends. I mean, I've got a lot of my customers I call just to check on them. Hey, how's the family? How's their things like that? Yeah, I mean, they got me here. So I mean, you know, that's the only people I got shouting. Basically, my wife, Crystal, and she pushes me very hard too. So
let's talk about that for 5 seconds.
What's that?
You know, we talk about partner support.
Oh yeah.
Could you do or be where you are without her?
No. I mean, there's a certain, you know, I've been divorced, you know, so, you know, there's a line. You got to find that line between family and work. And I found, you know, it's according how your relationship is, but, you know, don't never forsake your family for work. And I've tried to do that all along. You know, and make it happen. But on that other end, you got to have a partner that supports you as well, you know. And just, you got to have that talk. You got to have that bond. And there's times, you know, we've been actually going somewhere to, you know, on a vacation. And somebody's been, or not like a vacation, just like a outing, me and her going out to eat or something like that. And somebody called, hey, man, this truck didn't show. You did it. Well, guess what? If one of my trucks, something didn't happen, I've got to pick up slack. One of my trucks would go down or whatever. I was like, hey, we're not going to eat now. We're going to South Georgia. Then we go. I mean, we've done things like that all along. She's like, okay.
So you got to find a ride or die, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. I mean, you know, you're marrying more than just a person. You're marrying the job too. And, you know, a lot of it, you know, as a company driver, I'd say, you know, you got more of a schedule. You know, as a business owner, you don't ever have a schedule. Nothing works by schedule. Nothing works like clockwork. Nothing.
So why do it? You know, people always say the optimum level is owner op.
Yeah.
And I talk to a lot of owner operators and they're like, it ain't what you think it is.
No, it's not by far. I mean, it's...
So why do it?
I guess, you know, I do got a lot of freedom. You know, you look at it, you do have freedom. I mean, when I do something, I can pull off and be able to, you know, work my schedule around to try to be at a function. Where if somebody's sitting there telling me, hey, you got to go to work. You know, you got to be there. Yeah, I can move my schedule around where I can be at a function at school or a ball game. And there's a lot, and I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of them you're going to miss too. A lot of them. And I regret that. That's time you never get back. But, you know, I guess the biggest deal is if you're working for another man, you can only get the opportunities he's willing to put on the table. When you're working for yourself, opportunities, that line's way out there to where you can keep chasing that line. And I guess that's where I've been. You know, I've been chasing that next step. Where's my next step? Where do I want?
So where do you want to be in the 5-10 years?
I don't know. Here's trying to find employees and help the last few years.
I didn't want to tell you, but people watch my channel for job information.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't usually promote people, companies, but through our conversation, you just seem like a really great guy. And,
we're very family oriented as far as, you know.
The only thing I ask is you treat, if someone comes over to you, you treat them right.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
You know, and that's it. And through our conversation, I know you will.
Oh, yeah.
So from that, what kind of requirements? What are you looking for?
Well, we got to have, I've got opening for heavy haul drivers. For as 2 years, at least got to have 2 years experience before I can even put you on insurance. And we try background and drug tests. So pass any of them, we're more than happy to try to get you in, train, whatever. We're kind of fast paced, very fast paced, because I'm not only I don't sit in the office. I'm dispatching right here. this is my office where we're sitting in. This is my office. I'm out in the trenches with you. I'm not, one of these bosses that tell you, hey, I need you to go get this. I'm the one usually taking the crap loads. I'm giving the guys the easier ones. So, that's, if I could do that, if I could have it, I'd probably, I'd look at getting more. But there's less and less more qualified people out here. And I don't know, I've looked at avenues trying to find them and, get them into safety programs or whatever to get more qualified drivers. And that is, in this industry, is very lacking right now.
Well, hopefully, maybe through our conversation, it's kind of like you said, JT said, hey, I got a guy. He's a great guy. I would love you to talk to him. And I talked to you. I pitched you what I do. But, you didn't mind. You're like, hey, man, if you think it's going to help the industry, why not?
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, it's been good to me. So
in return, you know what I mean?
Give back to it.
Yeah, so in return, I'll put this part in the beginning just so people can see it. And I'll put your email and stuff on below. You mother truckers, I'm vouching for this man here. I don't do that a lot, but this is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting paid. We're just building a friendship. But this man right here is really trying to make it happen and trying to keep trucking alive. So if you guys want to be a part of that anyway, even if you don't have 2 years experience yet and you're almost there, hey, give them a call and I'm sure you might set them in the right direction.
Oh, yeah. Nothing else. Give me a call. I'll try to help you whatever way I can. I got a lot of people just call me, just say, what would you do here? I have people hit me up on Facebook all the time. What would you do here is this? And I'm like, sorry, bud, I can't really help you right now, but, this was what I would do. I can't say it's going to be the right decision for you, but this is what I would do. But,
don't do what you were just thinking.
Yeah. And,
I appreciate that, brother. Overall, it's like, thank you for giving me some time and hang out with you today.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Anytime.
We're good? Yeah. That's cool.